Most of you are running your businesses based on guesswork and you're calling it strategy. If I asked you what your key person is worth, whether that's your top salesman, your operations genius, or even you, most of you would give me a cost-based answer. You'd say, well, they make £80,000 a year, so maybe they're worth £150,000. Wrong. You are 90% wrong. You are calculating the cost of their presence, but you have no idea the cost of their absence. Today, I am going to give you the actual wealth formula for key person valuation. If you don't know this number, you aren't managing a business, you're managing a mystery. And in the world of high finance, mysteries get liquidated. There is a fundamental law in business you must master. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. When you pay a salary, that is the price. But when that person generates revenue, maintains bank relationships, and holds the institutional knowledge of your company together, that is the value. If that person disappears tomorrow, the price, the salary goes away. You think you saved money. You think your overhead just dropped, but the value disappears too. And in a high-performing scale-up, the value is usually 10 times the price. If you insure a person for their salary, you are insuring the price of a car while ignoring the value of the transportation. Wealthy people don't think like consumers, they think like value architects. I want you to do something now. Get a pen. Do not guess. Do the math that I'll show you next. There are 3 components to a human asset. Component 1, the acquisition cost, the red ink phase. If your key person dies, how much does it cost to find a new one? You have headhunter fees, usually 20 to 30%. You have a signing bonus. But here is what you miss: the red ink phase. It takes 6 to 12 months for a new hire to reach the proficiency of the person you lost. During that time, they aren't just not making money, they are actively consuming the profits of others while they learn. The calculation is salary times 0.30 plus 6 to 12 months of salary. Component 2, the profit contribution. This is the one that bites. What percentage of your net profit is directly tied to this person's specific relationships or skill? If they drive 40% of your profit, you need to cover at least 2 years of that lost margin while you rebuild. The calculation is annual net profit times percentage contribution times 2. Component 3, the financial guillotine. Debt trigger. Check your loan covenants. Does your bank have a key person clause? If that person dies, the bank often has the right to call the loan. They don't want your excuses. They want their principal. Now, if you have a £500,000 loan tied to a key person, that is a £500,000 liability that triggers the moment they stop breathing. The calculation is total value of callable debt. When you add those 3 up, acquisition, profit, and debt, you will find that your £80,000 employee is actually a £1.2 million asset. But here is why you're failing. You have a £1.2 million liability hanging over your head, and you've covered it with a £100,000 policy because £100,000 felt like a big number. That gap, that £1.1 million hole, that is what I call the multiplier of misery. That is the debt your family or your remaining partners will have to pay out of their own pockets because you were too frugal to do the math. Frugality in the face of risk isn't smart, it's reckless. Why do people tell you to just do 2 times salary? Because they want you to be average. Average brokers sell average policies to average business owners who have average failures. An average person thinks about replacement. A master thinks about restoration. Replacement is just getting a body in a chair. Restoration is making sure the business's bank balance doesn't know the difference between the day before the tragedy and the day after. If your business feels the hit financially, when someone dies, you didn't have a plan, you had a wish. You have a responsibility as a leader. You are a steward of the lives of your employees and the future of your family. If you leave a £1 million hole in your business because you were too uncomfortable to look at the numbers, you are failing in your stewardship. Wealth isn't just about making money, it's about defending the money you've already made. You wouldn't leave £1 million in cash on the sidewalk. So why are you leaving £1 million of key person value unprotected? Go do the math. Acquisition plus profit plus debt. If the number on your calculator is higher than the number on your insurance policy, you are out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, the friction will eventually burn the whole thing down. Get in alignment, protect the value. I have put a list of resources for you in the description of this video. I'll see you in the next video.